Hey there, dear family of light. Do you notice anything different aside from me being in my room for a change? Well, I'm recording finally in my with my new camera that I just received as a surprise present from my friend from USA, and I'm so grateful. I was really surprised because when I came home from the mountains, when I went hiking in the snowy mountains after a while, and then I came home and it was just such a lovely surprise to receive that through Amazon. And I'm thanking my friend because he's really supportive and with me ever since I started the Ascension Pioneers videos. So I'm really excited. And I was like a happy little child, getting his early or her early Christmas present. And just, that feeling like it's my first Christmas, and feeling that, oh, good things do happen to good people. Yeah, we do attract that through giving so much. And I'm really thankful. So, Brian, I'm sending you all of my love and so much gratitude. And I know that you did that also part for yourself to watch me in greater quality. And of course, I still need a camera that will be more for my outdoor trips. So I'll be able to film also in nature, which is, of course, my purpose in mountains. I want to share them with you in a greater scale. But for now, hey, and I decided to record in my room because with my previous camera, I couldn't because it had such bad lighting and bad sound and everything. It was the internal camera integrated already in my laptop. So the thing is that I couldn't use it in my room because it's usually too dark. This is my bedroom. So today I'm gonna talk to you about dreams and dream states and also, of course, to dream our dreams and to live our dreams. And that's why I was guided to record in my room. And of course, with beautiful mandalas behind me. These are all from my mom. She draws them. These are all energetic mandalas, and I have also many of them on my walls that you cannot see, and maybe I'll share them some other time. I have divine love and twin flame mandalas all over my room. And for now, I would like to focus on telling you that these two mandalas behind me, they're divine feminine and divine masculine energy, and I have them here because I feel that in my dream states, whenever I'm here, this is my personal space, my meditation space, my sacred space, my room, and of course, in the color of lavender. My room is the color of lavender, and this is also having the peace with God, being at peace with it, with all that is. And I like to dream my dreams here, and I do dream here because this is my bed, and when I sleep, and I'm guided to you to talk to you more about that because what has been going on the past few weeks is intense energy downloads. And I was just reading about the activations and the solstice being our final 12 gateway within this year because we had 12. And this is like our final culmination point within this year. And next year, the 2012, the year approaching, will be more about the integration of all of those energies and more us integrating all that we have been anchoring within us, within our being, the entire year and previously, even before that. So, what is happening very intensely during this time, because dream states, we don't just exist here as we wake up and live this physical daily lives. Our dreams are like revealing to us the secrets of life. And I've just exchanged this with my friend. We discussed about this on Skype yesterday. And this is all that is about. It's not just us living here, but we need to reach the spaces beyond, the multidimensional and parallel realities that we are always existing within. And within this week, there was such a massive shift going on. This probably the most two intense weeks are just behind me, and I'm still within them, so I'm really hoping for some holiday fun to just be relaxed because so much was going on, and not just during our daily routinely lives, but during the nighttime especially, because what was happening not just to me but with many light workers that I exchanged this information with, and we exchange experiences through connecting to one another, and we all had this, very very vivid dreams, very lucid dreams. I made one video about the light contact, which happened to me last week, and I shared my experiences with the light being and the activation that I went through and all of it. And there were a lot of other dreams as well. And I would like to share now with you some of them. And how do you more profoundly in tune into that, those dreams? And how do you discern whether these dreams are telling you something about, a certain thing that you need to acknowledge more in your life? Or whether those dreams are more like trying to tell you of a certain simultaneous lifetime reality, which was also what was happening to me. Or whether just certain souls visit you in the dream time and they exchange energy with you. This also happened to me, all those states of dreams. Or whether you have prophetic dreams, very lucid dreams with certain images and visions that you know. Or for instance, you can have your guidance, your guides or angels come to you in dream times and tell you information that you're to know. So you better, progress towards the things that you're meant to be within, during your physical life here, when you wake up, and the things that you need to do. And the guidance will also speak to you not just during the daytime, but also the nighttime. And I would like to give some examples because I would like to share this so you better recognize those different dream states within your own being. For instance, when I had a dream this was all last week, all that happened. This was very intense and very different. It started on Monday when I was decorating my apartment, and I was remembering, oh my God, this is the dream I had. And then Spirit, instantly when I connected to that dream again, gave me the answer as to what this was about. And this was like a representation, a metaphoric meaning of what I am to know that this dream is trying to tell me. And this was on Monday, I think, when I was just starting to remember that. And this was my dream about a certain meaning that I need to acknowledge in my life. Like, my guidance trying to tell me something. Spirit speaking through me through images and metaphors. So my dream was like, I had a dozen of rainbow beads, all colors, those that you make necklaces with. Tiny, tiny little droplets of beads, I had many in all colors. There were like dozens of them. Hundreds, thousands. And then all of a sudden, all those beads fell somewhere. It was like they were falling in a toilet seat or a sink or something like that, and was, very scared, frightened. I tried to save them. I was grabbing them, from that sink, just grabbing and pulling. And when I was looking at them, in my hand to see what was left of them, there was just a few of them left, and then a bunch of mud and all, dirty. And I was trying to save them. And this was my dream, and it was very vivid, very clear. And I knew that was just, meaningful, that it's not just a random image in my head or something like that. So when I was just doing random things during the day, the meaning came through me, through Spirit, through the guidance within the law of one, and it just cleared up like this. I was like, aha, this was something that I was watching a video about. And this is how synchronicities are, revolving. They're always unfolding and giving you meaning as you flow during your life within every now moment. If you're not in the now moment, you cannot connect so deeply and profoundly, because whether you try to analyze dreams, some people do that. They go to a dream dictionary or ask someone, but it's not always the same meaning because we're very different, and our own spirit has our own way of communicating with our being, because we're individual and we have our own individual focus within this. So what certain dream might represent to someone, it won't also represent for us. So it is very good for us to explain this through our own inner connection when we are fully present in the now moment, or when we're just flowing with life and it just comes to us randomly and spontaneously like it did for me. So my dream meant that I'm one of those who came here to follow all those, who have fallen a bit too deep down, in the dirt, in the duality, in the polarity, in the darkness. And I cannot save anything. I can just reach out. I can grab those that are ready, to, stay on the surface. And those that fall into the darkness have, free will to fall. And they're there for a reason. And they have to learn through their own challenges and lessons. And rainbow, because there were of all colors, represents this, all the variation of creation, everything, the entirety, all the beings that are here now, all the rainbow warriors, people of the rainbow people, everyone. So this was one. The second dream I was already explaining in my video, which I made about the contact experience and the light beings and light activation. I shared all of that there, still in my poor camera, not with this HD one, but it's still an interesting video, and I shared the entire story of everything, how it was felt, I won't go into that again. The third very intense dream was when a soul visited me, and this was a soul of my brother. This is my half brother here in the physical world. We don't have much contact during many things that were unfolding, and here in our family, they were personal. But in the dream state, it it was like he was this complete different person, because that was not his person, his persona. It was like his soul visited me. And I expected him to have a certain attitude towards me, but no, the soul just came and hugged me. And we hugged for so long, and I've never been hugged so intensely in my dreams. And then I asked my light sister, a few days after. She said, yeah, you had those dreams because it was the divine truth being presented to you as to the soul of that being, not just how it is here in the physical. And sometimes the souls visit us. They want a certain light from us. They want to exchange energy of love, and they have that soul to soul communication, which is very different to how we communicate here person to person. So when that soul visited me, I remember, and they kissed me here. The soul of my brother kissed me here on my third eye, and was such a deep, profound feeling, because after that I started to invoke the divine energies, and purging and purifying, and asking for the divine energies to purify all those dark and all the entities that might be around this soul in this physical life. And when I started doing that, invoking those divine energies, what happened is my third eye opened, and this is what often happens to me in the dreams. It's like I see a kaleidoscope here opening, full of colors and fragments, of certain like beautiful patterns within all the color spectrum. So it opened, in my eye, my third eye. It was so vivid, fully lucid. And then I saw like this big eye looking at me. And you know that the divine eye is often the representation of the divine truth. So there was another intense dream that I just couldn't forget. It's still within me, the feeling. And now after this, when I know the higher truth, I can be even more compassionate as to what the earthly situation is here, in our physical lives. And that is what we often have, those dreams. We have those dreams to show us the truth that is beyond just this physical level. So this is the third, way as to how our guidance is speaking to us through the dream states. Sometimes we might even dream about certain parallel lives. Some people call them past, future lives. I don't like to use that term because I believe that time is not linear, it's a web. So if time is not linear, things cannot be within the past or future. They're all happening here simultaneously. And sometimes here to the human mind, that is not so easy, to understand and to comprehend this nature of our spirit nature, because it's so much more than how we imagine it. You imagine soul and doing, all those different lifetimes and different simultaneous incarnations, but they're simultaneous. That's what I want to say. They're simultaneous, and they're different fractions within one I am, the base of the spirit within the variation of creation, and they're different fragments. And you can call this soul groups or a cluster of souls, like you can have a cluster of galaxies and of stars. This is all the same, because the micro and the microcosm, it's all the same. So these dreams are also very important, because sometimes when we might connect to someone and get to know someone, we might be shown to other lifetimes, simultaneous realities that our soul might be experiencing with those people. And I had one of those dreams with a person that I know now online, and we talked through Skype, and it was an intense experience, because the love that we shared there, and we were us, and there was this another couple, and we were doing this work. It was like some sort of work. I don't remember. It was like spiritual work, like we're doing now, but in a different reality. And it felt real, the feelings, the emotions, the everything. And then again, I talked to my light sister, who always gives me amazing confirmation, and she said the same thing. She said, yeah, the cards, the reading is showing you that you do have the connection that is from past, you can say past, but different realities, but also, each other from the above, from beyond that. It was a huge confirmation again, and I noticed how my dreams are becoming more vivid, more lucid. I'm more aware of what they truly mean and what type of the dream this is. Because as you know, Edgar Cayce, he was doing a lot of the visions and prophecies within his lifetime when he was incarnated here. And he had many visions also about the future time and everything. And through his visions, he saw many things. And he also speaks about different types of dreams. So dreams are not always symbols, Sometimes they're symbols. And this is the first dream that I described that was for me. You might have your own as well. You do have your own as well, naturally. And then you have those that the soul can visit you. Then you have experiences of contact. You might seem that it's a dream, but it's not a dream. It's a more lucid state. It's a state that is more a trance kind of state, that you're aware and a being of light or extraterrestrial being or beings of any such, divas and angels, whatnot, can visit you. And you do know because you have more intense feelings. For me, I remembered sound. I heard sound. I sensed things on my skin everywhere. It's different than just when you see the images in your dreams. And then you can have dreams of different realities that are happening, and how do you know whether which is which? Well, you just do. It's the same as with every other thing within spirit. No one can tell you, you just know. So sometimes you will forget about the dream and it will resurface again when it's time for you to remember what it means. So for me, it's always like this. Don't ever force anything, because when it's time for you to know something, you were for sure, you will know that. It will happen to you. It will resurface, through your consciousness. You'll be given the data, the information, everything. So this is what I wanted to talk to you about, the dreams. So it's not just about living your dreams, because so many people are already talking about this, it's becoming very popularized, and I don't want to speak about this because I already speak a lot about this, how to live your life that it's divinely guided and purified. And how do you remember your dreams better? Well, it's the same as with every other thing. Purify yourself. Because when you're a pure channel, when you're a pure vessel for spirit, then these divine energies can work through you. Because this is your natural state, but you need to meet it halfway, so to say. It's the same as it is with the divine beings, the light beings that can visit you. You have to climb upwards. They will not stoop to that level. It's always meeting somewhere in the middle. You need to do the work, and that work is not physical work or earthly work, how we imagine it here on earth with our brain and our thinking. It's the work of totally trusting, of letting go, of purifying all of our energetic bodies, all the bodies, and the physical cleansing then also follows, and all the levels of our being are being purified, and through that purity we are reaching the state when you're once again being connected fully to our abilities, when our DNA is changing, which is also happening now. And my sister of light just told me that she just had a vision this week how our DNA is actually changing, and I had the same vision. And what happened also during one of my meditations this week was that I was just sitting there in the silence, and a Star of David, like here on my photo on the mandala, that star just, started geometrically appearing, in front of my third eye. And ooh, it's like an energetic geometric imprint, like a holograph. It's different. It's not tangible, but it's very noticeable, and you do know it. So just work on that. Just don't force the meaning of the dreams, because when it's time, and when it's time for you to fully understand them, you will know. If you try to analyze it and use certain books about it, okay, fine, because that's a work in progress as well. Every step counts. But your dreams are your own, as your intuition is coming within you. So the real meaning of those dreams can only come through you, through your own intuition, and with the assistance of your spirit guides, your angels. And you need to be in contact with them. You need to be connected. And all of this is achieved through your purity, pure intent, and divine focus on the divine love that you are. Anyway, this was my message for today. And okay, because this is also part of the dreams, I will add this. Dream your dreams, not just during your daytime, also during the night, because you exist on so many levels, and you are a divine being that is beautiful, and your divine nature can shine through if you only allow it to. So dream your dreams, okay? Talk to you really soon. Bye bye.